guys, and welcome back once again to my channel. The name is always GH Fame. Welcome to the final episode of our complete superstructure work for this 4-bedroom apartment. Today, I'll be sharing the total cost for putting up the complete superstructure work. Before we get straight into the estimate, today's episode was our final lentil to roofing course. For you to understand things better, this event was divided into 2 phases due to funding limitations. The first phase was the setup to the lentil stage, which took place from June 26, 2023 to May 6, 2024. And the second phase, which is the lentil to roofing course of this episode, also took place from June 24th, 2024 to January 15th, 2025. I will first give you the estimate of the lentil to the roofing course, followed by the setup to the lentil stage, and lastly, the complete cost of the whole superstructure work. For those who missed the part 1, it's available on the channel. Every amount mentioned in this video is the exact total cost of this event. Reason why you should always keep stock of your expenses in order for you to know how much your project rates after completing, in case you want to put it into listing. This project has been a personal challenge, but I'm proud of what I've achieved. The top floor, which will be rented out, consists of 2 separate 2-bedroom apartments, each with its own washroom. I designed it this way to maximize the space and generate income from the property. The ground floor, where I live, has 3 bedrooms and 3 washrooms. Although the land size is limited, but I've managed to make the most out of it. However, I did make some changes to the original plan, and I'm open to making further adjustments in the future. In fact, I'm currently planning to relocate the 2 staircase at the front of the building to create more parking space. I will keep you updated on this development. Now, let's move on to the estimated cost for the lentil to roofing course. Due to price inflation, I've broken down the costs into different periods. For the steelworks, I bought 68 pieces of 12 mm rods, which cost 4,764 Ghana cedis. I then bought 22 pieces of 3x8 rod, which also cost 439.50 Ghana cedis. 2 coils of binding wire, which was purchased for 160 Ghana cedis. The workmanship cost for the steel bender was 1,350 Ghana cedis, making a total of 6,713.5 Ghana cedis for the steelworks only. For the carpentry side, I bought 25 pieces of cyberboard, which cost 2,125 Ghana cedis. 7 pieces of bush cut board, which were purchased for 560 Ghana cedis. Boxes of 4 and 3 inches and wall nails, which were also bought for 450 Ghana cedis. The carpenter's workmanship was 2,200 Ghana cedis, making a total of 5,335 Ghana cedis for the carpentry side only. For the mason side, which includes the block work and the concrete casting, I bought 15 bags of 42.5 ounce cement, which were used for the beam casting and the pillars, and it cost me 1,590 Ghana cedis. 38 bags of 32.5 ounce cement, which were also bought for the block laying, cost me 3,268 Ghana cedis. The lentil concrete casting cost was 2,700 Ghana cedis. The block laying labor cost was also 5,480 Ghana cedis, giving a total cost of 13,038 Ghana cedis for the mason side only. For the building supplies, which is the blocks, sand and stones, I bought 1,400 pieces of 5 inches hollow blocks, which cost 10,620 Ghana cedis. I bought some at 7 cedis 50 pesos and some at 7 cedis 80 pesos. 2 trips of sand, which also cost 5,400 Ghana cedis, and 1 trip of stones, which also cost 2,800 Ghana cedis, making a total of 18,820 Ghana cedis for the supplies only. Miscellaneous cost added up to 1,000 Ghana cedis, and T&T cost was 660 Ghana cedis, giving a total of 1,600 Ghana cedis for the two. Adding all together gives a total cost of 45,791 Ghana cedis for the lentil to the roofing cost only. So, the total cost for this part of the project from the lentil to the roofing cost is 45,791 Ghana cedis. Adding the first superstructure block work, which also cost 27,025 Ghana cedis, will give a gross total cost of 72,816.5 Ghana cedis. In conclusion, the overall cost total of putting up the first floor superstructure to the roofing cost is 72,816.5 Ghana cedis. Kindly note that this estimate has been divided into 2 phases. Phase 1, which is the setup to lentil stage, and Phase 2, which is the lentil stage to roofing costs. It happened this way because the project was put on hold due to funding limitations, but I resumed work as soon as sufficient funds were available. So, the first block to the lentil stage cost me 27,025 Ghana cedis, and the continual from the lentil to the roofing cost also cost me 45,791.5 Ghana cedis. So, adding all together gives a gross total of 72,816.5 Ghana cedis. So this was the exact amount I spent on raising the whole superstructure block work to the roofing cost of this 4-bedroom apartment. In few words, the total number of blocks used for this whole 4-bedroom superstructure was 3,100 pieces of 5 inches hollow blocks, and the total number of cement used for the complete block laying was also 58 bags of 32.5 ounce cement, and the total number of cement used for the complete concrete works was 35 bags of 42.5 ounce cement. The workmanship for the complete block laying was 8,740 Ghana cedis, and the workmanship for the complete concrete works was also 4,050 Ghana cedis. Carpenter's workmanship for the complete superstructure work was 3,600 Ghana cedis. 2 trips of sand and 1 trip of stone was used for the complete superstructure work. 24 pieces of 14 mm rod was used for the continual pillars, and 68 pieces of 12 mm rods was used for the beam lintel. 32 pieces of 3x8 rod for the rings, and 3 coils of binding wire. Steel bender's total workmanship was 2,250 Ghana cedis. Cost of nails used for the complete work was 900 Ghana cedis. Miscellaneous added up to 2,590 Ghana cedis, including transportation. Lastly, the amount of water fetched cost 225 Ghana cedis. Adding all together gives a cost total of 72,816.5 Ghana cedis. This was the exact amount that cost for putting up this whole superstructure block work of this 4-bedroom apartment. Next is going to be our roofing, which is going to be done the cost-efficient way. So kindly stay tuned for that. There are certain things you need to put into consideration when you start your project. No need to rush for anything. When you look at this project, the top floor has really taken a lot of time. And this has really helped me focus on the ground floor to complete it. Today, you can see the progress of the top floor is almost at 80% completed, in which after roofing, we are going ahead to complete the finishing. So you can tell the progress of this project. Adeɛ baako a mepɛ sɛ meka wo ne sɛ, project na wosi no, there's nothing to rush about. In this life a yɛwɔ mu no, we are all not equal. Obi wɔ hɔ a ɔstarte ne project no, ne sika no ɛbɔ ano dada ɛna ɔde starte. Enti ɛba ne saa, wo na wo sika yɛ limited no, you can't compare yourself to that person. And the moment you try to build a thing in a haste, it will lead you running out of funds so quickly. Enti me no, sɛ wo follow me plans now, you will see say, right after the decking, I concentrated on the ground floor, in which today it's 90% completed. The only thing left for the ground floor is the painting and the interiors. Some people will prefer to build the whole superstructure and come back to tackle for the finishing, which is also a good way. But if your money is limited like mine, and you are building a story building, I would advise say you complete the ground floor first. I won't know the number of floors you are doing all right, but if it's 2 or more, I would prefer after the first decking or the second decking, you try to prepare one of the apartments and make it ready. So just in case you had an emergency, you can come to stay inside and complete the rest. A good friend of mine gave me this advice the moment I started my building. He told me right after the decking, I should focus on the ground floor and complete it first before I continue the top floor. In which today, I'm very glad and I always thank him for that. Omo experience be we building ni mo no. So omo ka asem kyerɛ wa a, ɛyɛ na nso wafa bi na ɔde tu mfo. My very good friend of mine told me say, me sika na me de start a project no. Entumi ma me embo dan so. I doubted him because that time no, na me were 200,000 plus Ghana cedis. Na me de start a project no. but the doubting said a bit messy, and he was insisting, say, ain't to me, ain't see my member soon. I never believed him because after I started, I was a scanner also. But send a scanning also in terms of building, no, and I also had about question hard when said Dino, say no one I will see now the show being sa. Sika ekom no, ɛyɛ na ɛdɔɔso more chance sɛ deɛ wankasa wode w'ani ɛkɔ ɛdan no ho. Enti meme deɛ no mistake about from the beginning say I trusted one former guy a mede bibia ɛhyɛɛ ne nsa. So a lot of mistakes that happened to the project was because of that foreman. Enti no building no, sometimes no, usika no, ɛbɛtumi aso, but one could see any papa and no in a bema wa bre. Because a lot of people no omo do madwen enenam, and most of them no they will do you bad because they don't think about you. Enti no se wo si dan na wo time nko a ma wani nkwa dan no, unless se wo need time. Se wo need time na se wo benya obi ya sebe o trust in here, you can let the person supervise it for you. Ye nyina no yenim say these things really happen. Ena yemu bebre na so enye lucky to meet the right people. Enti no, sometimes no, enye your fault. Me ebia to me da, and that's the reason why me pese nkofon so and me avoid some of the mistakes that happened to me in the past. You know, building can be really stressful if you hand it over to the wrong people. And no, in a yana ma we confused no. And sometimes no, one way so na ebu abem along the line. But I will tell you to keep moving. Memma bibia embu abem. All these things happens to make you stronger and smart. And that's what has really helped me today. I have so much experience now, and I'm also sharing it out to you guys. Although we are all here to learn from each other. So if you have questions, you can ask. Feel free to share your ideas and thoughts in the comment section. One other thing I'm try to say, don't rush putting up the building if you are limited to funds. As you can see, this block work was done by one laborer and one mason. I never go for two masons or two laborers because there was no rush in whatever I was doing. It's my personal project, so I do whatever I want. If I have the funds, I do it. If I don't, I relax and prepare well and come back to do it. So no rush in whatever you are doing. Just be yourself. Cut your coat according to your size. Many people will prefer to use more laborers, more masons for their work. It's their choice. No one is talking against that. But if there's no rush in whatever you are doing, you can relax and do it to your comfortability. I added a little token to the workmanship of the mason and the laborers because it was a top work. I did that to motivate them to do more because it's not easy. So you have to let your artisans also feel. Don't be too hard on them. The job is really, really hard. Me, myself, sometimes it me kojina no so. Even the nature of the job, the guys are really doing well. I wouldn't lie to you. So, because of that, I added a little token to their workmanship. And that motivates them to do more. Ain't you know, whenever I call the mason, even if he's busy, he still wants to come and work for me. That's one cheat code you guys must know. So, Uma artisan energy, or ye mama wa, and ya. Me, the mason that you guys are seeing, you know. So, my friend Mpuna wa busy in pa. He still wants to come and work for me. I didn't hear because me yen fine. I make him feel the job that he's doing. But some people are even far away and will call a mason and be bargaining with his workmanship. Meanwhile, you know the average workmanship of a mason in a day is 150 to 200 Ghana cedis. So you calling a mason from, let's say, Awich to Kaswa, and he is telling you, I will take you 180, 200. or 220, you are complaining. No, that shouldn't be the case. You understand? Because the person will also pay car, and you know now lorry fare are more expensive day in and day out. So guys, kindly treat your artisans well and let them enjoy. If they enjoy, they will also make you enjoy. So wohwe block work ya, it's so clean and neat, professional way, and it's done by one mason, one laborer. And this same mason is the one you have been seeing almost in my videos. If you go back to watch all my videos, you see the current mason I've been working with since 2023 coming is this same mason. And you know me, I don't like changing artisans. I always work with one artisan. You can check all my videos and you see it's the same artisans that I've been working with since I took over my project from 2023 coming. I've never changed an artisans ever since I saw these people. They are really good and they try really, really hard for me, because sometimes looking at where my site is and where the material is crazy, guys. If not for these artisans, I'm not sure the project would have been where it is now. So I do appreciate them for their hard work. So I always let them feel. I'm very glad to be at this very stage of the project. Thanks to each and everyone for your kind support. Share your ideas and thoughts in the comment section and feel free to ask any questions. If you want to live chat with me, you can visit ghfame.com and use the chat box below. Dedicating time taking videos and editing them is another topic for discussion, but we always do it for love. I'm being motivated by your watch time and I do appreciate you for that. I'm happy to share my building experience with you and make sure you avoid some of the mistakes that happened to me in the past. So guys, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I do. Share your ideas and thoughts in the comment section. The name is always GH Fame, and I'll see you in the next episode. Enjoy the rest of the video. Next on GH Fame TV.